Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you come into the chat, be sure to drop your crowns and your elephants and let me know where you're watching from. Shout out to our mods and our team, Kempire and Royal Court members that are already in the chat. This is our weekly recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. And I know the jokes. Everyone thinks that I'm filming The Other Way here in Amsterdam, but I'm not. I am not. But if I was, you guys would have a story to tell. Traveling abroad during a pandemic is a situation. Even if you're vaccinated, even if you've taken every precaution necessary, it's still a situation. And every country has different rules and regulations. And no matter how much you try to follow those regulations. So with that being said, guys, if you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like the video. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see you guys. What are you guys saying? What's going on? What's going on? That's what you guys say. What's going on? Good morning, everyone. Everyone watching from the United States. Look, it is the evening here in New York. Louisville, Kentucky's in the building. Buenos dias from Houston, Texas. Appreciate you all being here. Let's just jump right on into it. I was talking with Jason about the season so far, and he's not really feeling the season. And I watched it and I was like, Jason, I think the season so far is still so good. I think it's so good. Celia says Steven has to go. We're going to talk about Steven because, as you probably saw from this, I titled this, They're All Liars. They're all liars. I feel like everyone is lying about something in this situation, even Ariela. We'll get to Ariela in a second. Let me, I always forget that I bring notes. Okay, guys, let's talk about these folks. Hold on. Let me fix my photo here, y'all, because y'all know I have a different setup. So I'm working with something different going on here. All right. You guys will adjust as much as I'm adjusting. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, wherever you might be watching from. Okay, let's talk about this. People say Steven has to go. I don't know if Steven has to go for me. There are a lot of people that need to go. I don't know about Steven. We'll talk about Steven in a second. Can we just talk about Ellie and Victor? We've been very invested in Ellie and Victor's story, specifically because Victor just went through a major natural disaster that affected Providencia in Colombia. And we got to see it last week. This week, Ellie's on the fence about her life in Providencia, rightfully so. She's not prepared for this type of life after, they've lost power. I mean, their home is still together, but that doesn't matter. Your home might be together, but if the rest of the city is not together, it's going to make things difficult. And now that I'm in a foreign land, I'm really relate. You have a different mindset when you're in a foreign land. You're like, can I deal with this? Can I put up with this? So I'm really feeling for these people. Oh, and based on the preview for next week and what we were expecting for the next couple of episodes, this season is good. They are making up completely for the terrible 90 Day Fiancé season that we got during the pandemic, and then 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. Those were terrible seasons. However, 90 Day Single Life, which is now airing on TLC, but was originally released on Discovery Plus, that was pretty good. Sonia says, I'm sure their home has mold in it. Who knows? I mean, Walker says there could be another hurricane. Look, all of those different things I'm sure are going through her mind. But even if another hurricane doesn't come, I'm sure they're still trying to gather themselves after this last hurricane, because the island was completely devastated. If you Google any information about this hurricane when it hit Providencia, it wiped out like 98% of the island. Okay. So she's on the fence if whether or not that she should stay. She calls her friend, and her friend is like, okay, yeah, we have these issues, but don't forget about the infidelity issues. I mean, the infidelity doesn't go out the window. The infidelity doesn't go out the window. And we're all invested when it comes to Ellie because Ellie has had a lot of loss in her life, the loss of her parents, the loss of her husband. And she almost felt like she lost Victor. Victor, I mean, their story is going to get juicier in the next episode. This episode, we didn't get a lot of them, but Ellie is on the fence. And I completely, maybe if I wasn't in a foreign land right now and I was home, I still would have felt this way about Ellie because you can't imagine you've left your entire life thinking that you're going to this beautiful tropical island with, maybe not the same amenities as America or where you live, but now they definitely don't have all of the amenities because they just went through a natural disaster. I don't blame her. I don't blame her if she decides to go back home. Rumor has it is that she has been seen back home. Don't know what that means. Doesn't we don't know if that means she will be bringing Victor here. I just think they should cut their losses. The hard conversation that they have next week, it does seem as if she's just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And then it makes me think, was it love or was it lust? We shall see. We shall see. Guys, if you're just joining us, of course, we're doing our weekly recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. Finally got an opportunity to sit down and watch it. Today's Wednesday, right? So today is Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Day. I'm still getting accustomed to the time difference. I'm trying to remember the days of the week. But we are finally getting to do our 90 Day Fiancé. I hope that we're playing with the times because it is almost a quarter after 5 p.m. here in Amsterdam. So it's getting already sort of late here. So I have to sort of like adjust my time schedule for how we're doing this, but we will continue, of course, because here on the channel, you're getting daily and consistent content. Courtney says lust. It's part lust. Rebecca says they can't even live off the grid there. How? I don't know. Courtney says her face said it all when she went to check out the house. She is gone. Yeah, she kind of alluded to that right after they went there. Look, I can't. We only saw a little bit of what she saw. She probably saw a lot, felt a lot, smelled a lot. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't blame her if she decides not to return to Providencia. It's not what she thought it was going to be. And ultimately, we all were saying to ourselves that this might not be good for her anyway. This might not be good for her anyway. All right, let's move on because I don't want to waste any time with a couple that they really didn't talk a lot about this episode. But let's talk about Kenny and Armando. Kenny's daughter is still visiting. Armando is still trying to grapple with the situation with his family, and their acceptance of it. We've had some really emotional moments. Every time I watch Kenny and Armando, they're always crying, but now they got me crying every time I watch it because I love how it really feels like a real story. We get so much reality TV that feels like crap. It's pre-produced. No, this feels like a real story. I mean, of course, there's certain moments that have to be pre-produced, but I feel like we're getting real moments here that are touching. And based on the preview for what we're going to see for the rest of the season, we are going to see Kenny and Armando get married. And I do believe that Armando's father will be there and his mother. I think without doubt, mother and sister will definitely be there. But I do think that Armando's father will come, even though he's still hesitant. But did you guys notice that Kenny and Armando, they have a little bit of a heated conversation because Kenny is just like, Kenny's just one of those people like he needs to just accept us. And we all know that it's not necessarily, that is not always the case. That is not always the case. Shout out to Face City. Thank you for becoming a member, guys. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, I'm going to post the information here. so that you guys can know where to go to become a member of the channel. You can head on over to TheKempire.com for more information. Sonia says, yeah, he needs to chill. And I saw Armando getting defensive because he's like, my father's trying. My father's trying. And he probably knows more than ever that his father's trying, because he's probably like, I haven't been out to my family this entire time. They knew about it, but they just sort of put it under a rug. With that being said, good morning, everyone. I know I changed up the time on you guys when it comes to doing this. We haven't done it though. We normally would do the 90 Day Fiance the other way, either Monday or Tuesday. I'm still trying to get, you saw Monday, we were pretty busy already, even when I just landed here in Amsterdam. But with that being said, I had to watch it, and it was a very good episode, a very, very good episode. We will be recapping the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tomorrow. I will probably get that time to you guys at some point. I have to figure out what the schedule is looking like for tomorrow, because I'm still on vacation. Thank you, Renee, for the super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Back to this. Okay. There's a lot to say about, well, briefly back to Kenny and Armando. They definitely had a heated conversation, but look, they could never really truly be mad at each other. Look, they could never be truly mad at each other, but I also see where the conversation can get heated, especially when you're talking about the family. Kenny feels like the family should just accept the relationship. He doesn't understand why the family is having such a hard time accepting the relationship. We do see some signs of openness. The father, hugs Kenny. The father hugs his daughter, even gives the daughter a gift. I was like, that was a really beautiful moment. Of course, everyone starts crying, because that's what we do when we watch Kenny and Armando. But the father's trying. I'm open to allowing the father space to get there. We can't force people to get there, even though we want to. Okay. Let's talk about Stephen with a V and Alina, right? Why don't I remember her name? Okay, we have to remember something, guys. When we talk about Stephen and Alina, they're young. Stephen is 25. Alina is 20. So when I see this couple and she's very concerned about his friends that are girls, and she doesn't trust him, and she's setting him up to have her friend text him, it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me because of her age and her insecurity. But as you all will know, there are a lot of people older than her, twice her age, that still behave like this as well. Okay, so it's not exclusive to just being 20, but she is 20 years old. And Stephen is peculiar. He is peculiar in a lot of different ways. Peculiar in a lot of different ways. But I still enjoy him. I still look, yeah, you can see what we're going to be talking about. I still enjoy Stephen with a V because he's weird. He's weird. They end up moving into a bigger apartment. They're staying together. He also is trying to indoctrinate. Yeah, that's probably a good word. Indoctrinate her into the Mormon religion. So he's going through those principles with her, and she seems like she's open to it. But at the same time, she's like, okay, so since we're talking and opening up all of this stuff, tell me a little bit about these girls, because at one point, Stephen with a V asked her if he could go out with other girls, date other people. And rightfully so, because he reminds us they only hung out with each other for 2 weeks. It was a very new relationship. But again, I always say this when I watch 90 Day Fiance, you guys treat this 90-day visa as a trial period. No, that's not what it's meant for. The 90-day period is to give you time, because all of these governmental stuff, which I find here, not that I'm doing 90 Day Fiance, but anytime you're dealing with governments, no matter if it's American government, European government, Russian government, you're dealing with people that move slowly. So sometimes it can take you 90 days to get married. It can take you 90 days. Nicole says she's asking the right question. She is. And he's answering them little by little. He's not giving her the full truth. If it was me, I would be like, yes, I went out on dates with other girls, and I slept with other girls. That's the other part of the puzzle. So, based on what everyone was thinking and assuming about Steven with a V, that he might be something else, apparently not. Apparently not. It seems as if he is, he just cheated on her with other girls. No one else. No one else. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Guys, we have over 120 something people watching. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. This is our weekly recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. And I am not filming. I am not filming. Okay? Just so you guys know. I would never do reality TV. I like to talk about reality TV stars. I don't want you guys talking about me. I don't want my fellow content creators creating videos talking about me and my relationship. I don't want that. I want to do it. So, Joseph says, Steven's cheating? Cheating? He cheated. But now he says that he's devoted to Alina, but he's not sure if he's ready to get married. Then why are you in Turkey? Why are you in Turkey? That's the part I don't understand. Why did you go to Turkey if you're not ready to get married? Wasn't that the whole point of going to Turkey? There's more that's going to unfold with this couple. Alina does have the hard conversation and questions for him. She wants him to delete his social media, and she feels that if he deletes his social media, then her friend Marsha, I think that's her name, she thinks it's if that means that he won't be able to communicate with her. And if he does communicate with this with her friend, that means he didn't delete his social media. So Steven, you're just going to be caught in all kinds of lies. All kinds of lies. Guys, in the chat, let me know, because you know this is always debatable. Some people feel when you withhold information, it's not lying. Because we know Steve with a V right now is withholding information right now. Do you believe that is a lie if he's withholding pieces of the information? Shout out to everyone that's just joining us. I know you're not used to this time. What time is it on the East Coast? I forgot. It's like 10 o'clock or something, right? No, it's not 10 o'clock, like 9 o'clock. I don't remember. Let me see. I saw a question. Face City says, how are the producers paying for their plane tickets? What do you mean, how are they paying for them? I'm sure it's all about their budget. I do remember Stephanie, though, from 90 Day Fiancé said that she ended up paying for her tickets and for the producers' tickets at one point because there was some sort of mix-up, and she said she was waiting on that money. Oh, it's 11 a.m. Oh, okay. All right, so this is a good time. Maybe we'll stick with this time. We'll stick with this time. I will be going live later this evening to recap the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. We haven't been able to talk about that just yet, so be sure to be here for that. And of course, we will be recapping the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills tomorrow, probably at the same time tomorrow. But as always, be sure to turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on anything. Hey, Danielle. Danielle's watching from Facebook. Hold on. Let's go back here. Danielle's watching from Facebook. Guys, don't forget, we're live on multiple platforms, including TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter. And we're live, of course, on YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, subscribe because you're getting daily and consistent content here on the channel. Okay, I missed a couple of super chats. Let me just get to them before I forget. Hold on. Thank you so much, Krista, for the super sticker. Appreciate you supporting the channel always. Let me scroll back down. Hold on. Sonia, thank you so much for the super chat. He wants to still be friends with the girls he slept with. And a lot of women wouldn't like that. A lot of women, a lot of men would not like that. I'm okay with it if it's really a platonic relationship, but it seems like it's too new to be a platonic relationship, right? It seems too new. Nora said, Nora, I would have to figure it out. It probably wouldn't be right after the show. It probably would be like on Thursday. I just have to figure out what time that would be because right after the show would be way too late. It would be like 4 o'clock in the morning here. Let me see. Hey there. Hey. Okay. Charles says it's deception when you withhold information. A lot of people believe that. I believe it too, honestly. Joseph also says friends with an ex isn't an issue for me. Look, I think it's going to be an issue for Alina, first off, because she's very young. So there isn't a level of immaturity. But although there are older people that would feel the same way that she does, but I think the other thing is now she's finding out more information. He cheated on me. Oh, he's been hanging out with these girls. And then she's going to find out that he slept with some of these girls. Okay. Curvy Queen, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, hey, Kempire Cap, are you near me? London, England. I'm in the Netherlands, Amsterdam. So I'm in your continent right now. I'm in your continent. Walker says hidden agenda. George says, I'm sick of Steven with a V. He's annoying and childish. He's 25, though, guys. We have to remember that this is a young couple. He's 25. She's only 20 years old. She's 20. Okay. Let me take a sip. Look, I don't have my coldest water bottle, guys, but you know one of my favorite water bottles, and it's probably why I'm like, oh, I'm not drinking enough water because I don't have my coldest water bottle with me. If you would like to get your own coldest water bottle, be sure to check out the coldest water bottle website and use the discount code for 10% off. KEMP10. Shout out to all of you that have been tagging me, texting me your coldest water bottle. They've been really great about getting those coldest water bottles to you ASAP. It keeps your water cold for, I think, 36 hours. For like the bottle that I have is 36 hours. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Let me see what you guys are saying. If you're just joining us, we are talking about 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. Let's move on to other couples because I don't really have a lot to say about Steven and Alina. I don't think they're still together. I did see 90 Day Bears All, and we see her on video chat, and they didn't divulge whether or not they're still together. I don't believe that they're still together. I know Steven has been photographed here in the States, so I don't think they're still together, and they shouldn't be. They're young. They're too young to be getting married. He's already on the fence about getting married. She's like, I am ready. She's like, I'm ready. No, you're not. Look, no, you're not. We didn't get any scenes with Evelyn and Corey this week, but we are going to get some moments with them next week. She's breaking down, and then Jenny from Peru is in town. That's a messy situation. But Evelyn, you hate him. I don't care if you guys were married and you told him to leave and he had to go to Peru. So wait a second. So that's a lie then. So he went to Peru. I'm just realizing this, guys. Remember we thought he went to Peru because of his visa? So why did he go to Peru if he was married and he didn't have to leave? The plot thickens. The plot thickens, right? So why did he go to Peru? Did he go to Peru to have a good time? Ains, I think that's how you pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. Says liar. Exactly. Curvy Queen says, Mr. Kim, do you watch Family or Fiance? I watched it quite good. I watched one episode of Family or Fiance because it came on right after Love and Marriage Huntsville. Why was I crying? I was like, I don't need to watch this. I don't need to be crying on this Sunday. These guys said liar pants on. They've been married for years. So why did he go to Peru? Why did Corey go to Peru? We didn't get any of Corey this week, but that's a question we need to pose to Corey. Yes, he had a fight with her, but he didn't have to leave the country. That's the whole reason why they got married. Why did he leave the country? Maybe he just wanted to explore. I mean, when you're here in Europe, you can literally go to another country in less than an hour. So maybe that's why. It says to cheat on, I guess. Apparently. Apparently. Oh my goodness. Okay. Nora says, I was okay with not seeing them. Their dysfunctional relationship bothers me. I agree. I didn't miss them. But since we're talking about dysfunctional relationships, we got to talk about, do I have a picture of Jenny? I don't think I do. I don't think I have a picture of them. That's all right. I only got pictures of these folks. I don't have a picture of Jenny and Sumit. That's all right, guys. I'm still getting my little studio situation set up here. You already know who I'm talking about. Jenny and Sumit have been on the show for years at this point. Jenny is 60 something years old. She's 30 years older than Sumit. The family does not approve of this relationship. They said last week that because he's brought such shame to the family, that people, their neighbors, look down on them. Now they're celebrating Sumit's brother's wife having a child. And Sumit's like, I'm engaged to Jenny. I want Jenny to come to these functions. They said, no, she cannot come to these functions. She can come as a friend, but she cannot come as your fiance. But did you guys see the preview? We're going to see Jenny and Sumit and the parents living together. If you're Indian, then you already know that's traditional. That's traditional where the families live together like that. But I did not expect this. I did not expect this for 90 Day Fiance or Sumit and Jenny's storyline. I'm pretty sure this is pre-produced, but I love it. I love it. The mother, the mother's not an actress, or maybe she was in India. Anyone know? If you're from India and you know, was she an actress? Because her crying is very convincing. Her crying is very convincing. Okay, hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you so much, Crystal, for the super chat. She said, "Have the audio fixed, laptop and headset. So please let me try again to weigh in later." Sure. When we drop the call in link for the live, I'm not dropping the call in link right now for the 90 Day Fiance, but when we go live later, we can definitely try and make sure that you're able to call in and share your thoughts. Femtaro's in the building. What's going on? Me and Femtaro have been texting because we're on the same timeline. Me and Femtaro on the same timeline right now. But she's still busy. She's still busy. Let me take a sip, y'all. Oh, the new moon is today. This Mercury retrograde has been a situation. I can't wait for it to be over. Hopefully things will start panning out better. I'm trying not to make any rush decisions, but it's been a situation. look. Yes, we are plotting and scheming to get Kim to Greece. Thanks, Diana. Shout out to my mods and our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Okay, everyone's saying the retrograde is insane. I've never really felt the retrograde, but at least I'm feeling the energy now, and I don't know what it is. I got my crystals with me here in Amsterdam. I am not playing. I got my. Let me hold. Look. Let me put them in my pockets. Pockets. So back to this 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. It's so good, guys. It's so good. But Jenny and Sumit is peeling back the layers. Do you believe Sumit's story where he says that in his family, it's just something that they do, lying? Because you know, that's what everyone has said about Sumit. And that's why I named the thumbnail Liar, Liar, Liar. Because it feels as if everybody's lying, but Sumit, as we already know, lied to Jenny multiple times. So he says in this episode, this is just something that we do in our family. We don't have those difficult conversations. And I know a lot of people can relate to what Sumit is saying. There are a lot of families very much like this that sort of gloss over situations. They gloss over mental health. They gloss over, someone not being happy in their marriage. They would much rather Sumit stay in his marriage and be unhappy than be with Jenny. Okay. Rebecca says Sumit is a scammer. I don't know. Originally, that's what I thought, but him talking about his family lying in order to just kind of get through family problems, I was like, I mean, that makes sense. And I don't think Sumit's that brilliant to come up with something like that. Or am I gullible? These are not situations that she would ever be prepared for. Okay. Everyone keeps saying that Jenny needs to go back to Palm Springs. But the preview is really what's getting me. Even though this was a very good episode of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, the preview, the lady at the Hare Krishna temple, she was like, he's only going to make a change. He's only going to marry you is if you actually do leave. And I said, It's true. It's true. I was like, that is so true. Apparently, the conversation between Jenny and Sumit, it seems as if they're saying, oh, everyone needs therapy. Everyone does need therapy. But what Jenny needs is exactly what this woman says to her. You need to leave him in order for him to truly believe you. Leave him, and you will see that he will step up and there will be changes. Because I do believe that there is love between Sumit and Jenny. I do believe that this might be the love of his life. They might have been past. I believe they've had past lives together. They made it through a pandemic. So many people that have been together longer than them during the pandemic broke up those relationships. These two are closer than ever, closer than ever. But I do still believe that Jenny needs to come home. Jenny, come home, come home, come home. I haven't heard of Jenny being here though. There have been no Jenny sightings here in the States. Well, I'm not in the States, but back in the States. So I think Jenny is still in India. She might be using the excuse, lockdown, COVID, whatever it may be. But we do get to see the next couple of episodes, Jenny and Sumit living with Sumit's family. That's going to be entertaining. I think it's a producer's dream. I think it was the producers who made the suggestion. I don't know why the family were all about it. That makes me look at them with the side eye. But I'm here for it because I'm going to be entertained. Not only am I going to be entertained, so will you. Exactly. Tracy says, why are the parents moving? I did not expect that. I did not expect that. Faith says, really, Kempire? No, Jenny needs to go home. Marsha says, I believe that about Jenny and Sumit. Google account 60 or 61 is not really that old. She looks, come on. She does not look 100. Let me see. Dita says, Jenny's looking for love in all the wrong places. I do believe that they have genuine love, though. Even if you have genuine love, that doesn't mean you need to be together. But I do think Jenny needs to put her foot down because she keeps saying, I want to get married. And he's refusing he's refusing to marry her. And if that's something important to her, and he's refusing to do that because of his family, but he's willing to lay up with you in this house, Jenny, you really might need to put your foot down. And I'm looking forward to her conversation with that woman at the Hare Krishna temple. I cannot wait because I feel like I'm going to be like, yes, bring on the... I know if I did a poll, should Jenny leave? It's going to say 100% Jenny should leave. I'd probably be the 1%. No, Jenny should stay. Let me see. Oh, Femtaro, I love the fact that you're in Europe. Your schedule makes it easier to catch your live. But then I'm trying to make a schedule so people in the States are able to watch too. But the people in the States, it's morning time, right? It's like 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. Going on 12 o'clock. We will be going live later, guys, to do a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. We didn't get a chance to do that this week, but we will be doing that later today. I forgot what time that is. 9 p.m. my time would be, I don't know what time it is, y'all. 3 p.m. your time. There we go. 3 p.m. your time. I can't keep up. Look, we'll figure it out. Walker says, I am 69 years old. Who is my take? Jenny is very good in bed. That way Sumit is attracted to her. That's the only reason why. But she's already said that. Jenny has revealed that she said in not so many words that she puts it on him. She puts it on him. AC says the parents probably have no money. That's why they're moving in. She's being used, and so are we. Damn. Why do you have to say it like that? I had the thought, but you didn't have to say it like that. Guys, we have almost 200 people watching. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. We're live on multiple platforms, including YouTube, Kempire Daily on YouTube, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter at TheKempire. Guys, be sure to also follow me on my social media so you're not missing out on any of our other updates and hot topics. Shout out to Adele. Adele has a new song coming out October 15th. She revealed the information on her social media. I still haven't been able to make all the videos that I want to make while I'm here, but I'm sure you guys understand. Still getting adjusted to time differences, all of that. But I thought it was perfect for us to talk about The Other Way because I'm on the other side. St. Martin's in the building. What's going on? George says, I think they're trying to annoy Jenny to force her to leave. Well, that's terrible. That's terrible. 10:40 in Arkansas, because you guys are about an hour behind on the East Coast. Okay. Okay, and finally, we got to talk about this couple. I don't know how I feel about Ariela and Benny anymore. I don't know if it's pre-produced. I don't know if she's going to come back. I've heard rumors that they're both here in the States. So we find out that their son, Avi, has, a protruding, I forgot what they called it, something. He's got a little something. He has to have surgery. She's very worried, and I don't blame her. I know there will be a lot of people like, we have good medical care in Ethiopia. I understand that. But even here in the States, we question our medical care, and we're like, I need to get a second opinion. So I don't blame Ariela for wanting to bring her child, especially with her parents that, know really great doctors as well. So you're going to get very different treatment. So I don't blame her for that. But her booking the ticket without telling him at the barbershop, and I felt his frustration. And that this is another story where I'm like, there are moments that are very pre-produced. Don't get me wrong. There are moments that are very pre-produced, but I felt his frustration in that moment. And I also felt him being triggered because he remembers a very similar conversation he had with his other baby's mama and ex-wife, where she cried and made it seem like she had to go home, and she never came back. And she never came back. Ariela, as you can see, let me go back. Ariela is giving us real tears. Look at those tears. Look, can you see the tears with a microscope? And having insurance. Look, that's a whole other situation. Oh yes, it was a hernia. Having an intruding hernia is normal. In boys, it goes away. This was over exaggerated. Was it over exaggerated? Did she really have to have surgery? Because the doctor made it seem like no, the surgery was necessary. So that makes, I mean, look, none of this would surprise me that the producers are maybe, oh, we'll make a hefty donation to the hospital if you say this on camera. I don't know if he can lose his medical license, but rules are different in other countries. But I'm going to keep this photo up while we talk about this couple. Do you guys think that she was using this as an excuse to leave Benny, though? Let me know in the chat if you guys think she's using this as an excuse. I don't trust her. I don't like how she manipulated him with her mom on the phone. The mom is obviously going to say, yes, bring my baby home, bring my baby and your baby home. So it's not surprising to me that the mom is all gung-ho about Ariela and the baby coming back to America. And it wouldn't surprise me that when she's back in America, that she's going to try and convince her to stay and not go back. So, Krista says, how can he stop her? Doesn't he have rights? I mean, he could exercise those rights on some level. And it sounds as if that maybe he talks about possibly doing something like that. I get worried about her baby. I would make the move for my child too, but still cannot stand her. I know. Look, I told you guys, I've been on the fence with Ariela ever since her mom left that time from that season, and she started breaking down. She gave us this face that she's giving us right now. Gail says fake tears like Candace. Marsha says no, she was just she was not using the baby. Okay. Celia says the mom didn't like her being there. Rebecca wants to know, does Benny have a job? Well, he did have multiple jobs, but because of the pandemic, those jobs probably, were put on pause. Sharon says Ariela is fake crying and it's annoying. She's not kidnapping the child. She talked to him and is an emergency. Allegedly. We're not sure if it's an emergency because we're hearing now that maybe something like this is not an emergency, that it will go away naturally. AC says, I'm team Ari. Don't trust the guy and no health insurance. Okay. Ari continues to hold the crown of ugliest crier. Nora says, I think her mother is being a mother. My mother would have said the same thing to me. And look, I do not blame her mother for wanting her daughter to come home. I do not blame Ari's mother for wanting her to come home. She's probably been wanting her to come home. I'm actually surprised that Ariela is still in Ethiopia. I'm really surprised. But she seems as if she's adjusted to the lifestyle there because she has help. She is building relationship. There was that funny scene of them going to, I guess that's a spa, where she went with Benny's sisters, and she tells Benny's sisters like she's going back to America, and now they're worried that, very much like Benny's other child, that this woman's going to take their other baby away. Maybe. Kim K has ugly cry. Is she the queen of the ugly cry? She might be the queen of the ugly cry. Yeah, she might be the queen of the ugly cry. Walker says, yeah, staging that in the barbershop was freaking ridiculous. And he said it too. Benny said it. He said she purposely told me here because she knows I have shame and I'm not going to make a ruckus in the place. I felt Benny in that particular moment, I felt like he was really upset because he doesn't want to lose his family. I really believe it. I believe it. Guys, if you're just joining us, we have almost 200 people watching. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. This is our weekly recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, and it's been good so far. 90 Day Fiancé and 90 Day Fiancé The Happily Ever After sucked. They suck. But no, this one, I don't know if it's a different production company. I'm assuming so because they have to use several different ones in different countries. It's been good. The editing's been good. It's really, really, really good. Ain says she is out. She is not coming back using. She is not coming back using the baby. Benny's sisters are now begging. They're rude and have the nerve to say, regardless of what we have done to you, they all deserve each other. I don't know. It's weird. The relationship that Ariela has with Benny's sisters on camera doesn't match the relationship she talks about them having off camera. So I'm just like, are you guys just doing this for TV? I don't know, Ryan. Wasn't Benny a singer called DJ Baby Cool? I know he does music and dancing. I don't know if that was his stage name. I don't know. If she comes back, I bet the sisters will change their tune. Okay. I wonder if, I heard rumors that they're here. So I don't know how they're feeling about that. I honestly do believe that Ariela will like I said, I'm surprised that she spent as long as she has in Ethiopia. And maybe partially that was because of the pandemic. But and I think also partially because of guilt, because she doesn't want to do what Benny's previous wife did. And mind you, they're not married. They're engaged. They're still not married. Let me see. Not the sisters are witches. Come on. Come on. I had to say, whatever they went to do, and then we saw Ariela with all that stuff on her face, I said, this does not look good. It looked like a big old thing up. Okay. But I think they were at the spa. She said the heat, the hot steam was coming up her, you know what? I thought that was funny. I was like, I did not expect that scene. I was like, where are we and what are we doing? Okay, the Dancy Dancy Baby Cool. Is that his name? The spa was the bomb. They put shea butter in her hair. Oh, was that shea butter? Because when she said butter, I said, butter? It was shea butter. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Courtney says sisters played her with that spa. She probably came out looking glowing, but it was interesting to watch. It was interesting to watch. I think some of you guys are probably watching a delayed version of what we're doing. 90 Day Fiance The Other Way is picking up the preview for next week's episodes, and there's episodes to come. I don't think think the preview that we saw is just for next week. It looks good. It looks good. Based on what you watch, guys, I want you to let me know from 1 to 10 how you would rate this week's episode of 90 Day Fiance The Other Way. Don't forget, we also will be recapping The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City later today. Set your reminders. I've already posted the video links up for that. And be sure to join our texting community as well for more updates. I know I haven't really been texting, guys. I'm still adjusting. 10. Wow. Someone said 5. Hey, someone says 5. 10. All right. It's been good. I think they are keeping the show in comparison to what we got over the pandemic with 90 Day Fiance and 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. This has been good. This has been good. See, Faith. See, I'm not wrong. Everyone 8. All right. I love to see it. 9. All right. What's the name of the water bottle again? Coldest water bottle. Guys, if we can post a link to the coldest water bottle, I didn't post it in the description of this video. I will do it after the live. But you can just go to the coldest water bottle website and use the discount code where you get 10% off, KEMP10. I love my coldest water bottle. I loved it so much I forgot it at home because also I didn't want to lose it. Just saying. So everyone has been enjoying 90 Day Fiance The Other Way, but everyone still believes that Jenny should go home. Sorry, Jenny. You need to go home, Jenny. It's time for you to go home, Jenny. It's time. All right, guys. That is it for me. Again, guys, if you haven't liked the video already, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel because you're getting daily and consistent content, even when I'm traveling the world here on the channel. And be sure to follow me on my social media. Let me post that up so you guys can see that. So you can also see some photos when I'm posting them from my trip there. So be sure to follow me on my social media. Everything is at TheKempire or at Kempire Daily or at Kempire Radio. I will be recording a new podcast this week. Yes, this week. Today's Wednesday, right? Yes. George says, won't TSA throw away your water bottle? George, it will be empty. They will only throw it. No, they will pour out the water at the very least. But no, they won't throw out your water bottle as long as it's not full of water. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Rich. Shout out to my mod. Shout out to everyone that sent in a super chat. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TeamKempire.com. Join our texting community at TextingCommunity@TextKempire.com. And more is coming up. I will be live later for a recap of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm going to watch it for a third time. I'm going to watch it a third time so I have it refreshed in my brain. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you guys later for our recap of Salt Lake City. And of course, we will figure out a time where I'll go live on TikTok. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. Wi-Fi has been a little bit in and out, but hopefully we'll be able to do our live watch party there. But of course, we will be doing our recap tomorrow. Be sure to stay tuned for that, because there's a lot of stuff coming out. I even have a new video coming out after this live talking about The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Guys, stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you later.